What he was saying, look, you see Ryan looks different. He doesn't have the same body as last year. He doesn't look as fit. Looks a little flabby. What's your response to all that stuff?
I feel like I look even crazy flabby last fight. I mean, I was drinking, I was bloated. So if he's speaking on that, yeah, you're right. And I already started cutting weight. You know, last fight, I waited to like literally the last day. I was 14 pounds over, hopped in a, bath and sweated it all out. So at the end of the day, he's just looking to get some type of confidence for his son. His son, I heard he shot out with confidence.
Hey, you know what happened to your son last time? I wouldn't be talking. Hey, you talk a lot for what happened.
He's smaller though.
I never hear Devin talk, not once.
Bill Haney is still after Ryan Garcia, and it's becoming more obvious every day, just recently during Ryan's open workout session in New York. Ahead of his fight against Rolando, Rolly Romero Bill showed up uninvited and started filming him. This wasn't a fan filming his favorite boxer, this was the father of Devin Haney, the same Devin Haney who was dropped 3 times and outclassed by Ryan Garcia last year, watching every move, recording likely. Taking mental notes, Ryan didn't take it lightly. He stopped his workout the moment he noticed Bill filming visibly. Annoyed, a back and forth argument broke out between the two in front of the cameras, and the small crowd gathered. Right now, Ryan sees it for what it is, a strategic move, a scouting mission, disguised as casual observation. Bill didn't like that. Ryan called it out, and the tension escalated from there.
What you look like? I know. Hey, it don't look good. Sean, it don't look good. It don't look good. Lion! I hear what they're saying. They're saying lion. They're not saying Ryan, they're saying lion.
Even Ryan's father, Henry Garcia, stepped in and ended up arguing with Bill as, well, the friction between both camps is no longer just between the fighters. The fathers are now just as involved in the growing rivalry. Ryan's team is convinced that the Haneys are obsessed with him. The fact that Bill Haney would show up at a public workout or even in their press conference for a fight that doesn't even involve his son is telling.
When Devin comes out, we see what he does. He stay real quiet.
Your son don't have a chin. Your son doesn't have a chin.
It's not just gamesmanship, it's fixation. Devin Haney is on the same card, sure, but he's not facing Ryan Garcia. He's facing Jose Ramirez in the co-main event. That's the fight he should be focused on, but instead, Bill Haney is out here recording Ryan's movements, angles, footwork, timing, anything that might give his son an edge in a potential rematch later this year.
They get up for Devin. We're going to see right now. Does that look like that? Does that look like the same Ryan Garcia that wasn't training?
I was here last year.
Now that Garcia's suspension is over, he's stepping back into the ring for the first time in over a year. His return will be this Friday right in the heart of Times Square against Rolando Romero. For the WBA welterweight title, Romero has his own motivation and isn't just there to be a stepping stone. He's 16-2 with 13 knockouts, and he knows that a loss here likely shuts the door on his headlining days. That's why he's been vocal, aggressive, and direct. In a recent interview with the Ring magazine, Rolly said he plans to knock Garcia out cold. His words weren't dressed up. He said the fight might be a brawl, and he's coming to mess Ryan up badly. He even suggested Garcia might get hit once and jump out of the ring. That's how convinced he is that Ryan won't be able to take his power.
Hey, Bill Haney, happy Halloween. Love you so much. I got something to really scare you. Yes! Oh. Yes! Yes! Yes!
It's worth remembering that Ryan didn't respond well to Devonto Davis's power back in 2023. He was stopped with a brutal body shot in that fight, and even though he's had dominant moments since, questions about his chin and his ability to absorb big shots have never really gone away. Rolly Romero might not be as technical, as Jervin, but he's explosive, awkward, and hits extremely hard. Ryan knows he has to take this fight seriously. He's even said so himself that he's preparing for Rolly as if he's preparing for Devin. He's not looking past Romero even, though most of his public comments have still circled back to Haney. That shows just how deeply the Haney rivalry runs.
And you have a rematch plans against Devin Haney. Are you looking to show him something?
Oh yeah, I'm willing to show. I cannot wait. I want to put a whooping on his dad too. That's really cool. I want to put a whooping on. But Devin could get it as well. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing just like I did last time. Maybe we could run it back in New York too. Why not?
Romero for all. His trash talk is a real threat in this matchup. He's aggressive and unpredictable. He usually comes out fast and likes to make the fight chaotic early. If Ryan isn't locked in from the opening bell, it could go south quickly, but Garcia insists he's ready for whatever comes. He says he's hungry, he's explosive, and he can feel the adrenaline building already. He believes his speed and power will be too much for Rolly. He says he's locked in and that this fight is just one step toward the rematch that really matters to him. Devin Haney in October.
Skills alone, boxing knowledge alone, who would you pick to be the winner?
I would pick probably Ryan.
Okay, and how do you think do you think Ryan's speed is a match for Rolly's punch?
I think Ryan has extremely fast hands, and he has a tremendous left hook. That's his bread and butter. So
that's the timeline Ryan has in mind. Beat Romero now cleanly and use that momentum to set up the rematch with Devin Haney later in the year, possibly back in New York. He said he's willing to do it all over again, same location, same result. Only this time he wants to make it even clearer. He wants to shut down any doubts that came from the failed drug test. His message is consistent. He believes he beat Haney fair and square, and he's ready to do it again under any conditions. He even wants Bill Haney to feel the loss too, claiming he's looking forward to whipping both father and son. It's more than just a fighter's bravado. It's personal now.
Think Ryan cleans up Rolly?
I do.
Think he wants to fight? Yeah,
I think for both fighters obviously the common opponent right there. I think that both fighters, obviously Ryan just fought Tank. Yeah. I think he'll be better since fighting Tank. Yeah. And then the same thing with Rolly. I think Rolly became better from fighting Tank. I think that they knew certain mistakes that they made. I think they believed in their game plan. Got us all to believe in their game plan. I think they came to this fight with the right adjustment.
On the other side of this storyline, Devin Haney has remained relatively quiet compared to his father. He's facing Jose Ramirez on the same card in the co-main event and hasn't fought since that chaotic April bout against Ryan. Devin too made it known that he didn't agree with how quickly Garcia's suspension was lifted. In his mind, Ryan should be doing more time for the Osterine situation, but regardless of how he feels the fights are set, Ryan gets the main spotlight, and Devin's return plays out in the shadow of that. That's got to sting, considering Haney was the undefeated star before their meeting. Now the attention is back on Ryan, who despite the drug test controversy still has a louder voice and a stronger fan base.
I think excited is like a strong word, but I'm interested. I want to see how he handles that traumatic experience that he went through and see how he bounced back from it. So yeah.
Do you think he wins a rematch against Ryan Garcia? How do you think that fight would play out if they were to fight again with obviously no drugs involved this time?
I know he's strong mentally, so he can win for sure, but it all depends on how he's feeling after he gets back. Is he the same fighter? Let's see.